So let's take a closer look at the hops flower. Now I did let these dry out a little bit because I kind of want them to brown up a little bit, but I really don't have enough hops for me really to do anything with. Like, I can't make any kind of beer or anything like that. It's really not even worth processing for me, so I just kept these around to show you what the hop flower kind of looks like on the inside. So I'm just going to kind of peel it open for you and let you see what it looks like on the inside. Now, there are male flowers and there are female flowers. Hops needs both male and female to pollinate, and I believe this is the female flower. It could be the male. I'm not 100% sure which one I have, but I do know that you need both in order to make seeds, basically. So this is just a closer look at the flower itself. It's a very simple flower. There's nothing special about it. If this flower had been pollinated, you would see seeds right about there. Okay, it has a very interesting kind of a smell. It does have a very nice smell. It's not unpleasant or anything, but it does have a very distinctive smell. I think this is in the sativa family of plants, so that smell would be associated with the sativas. It's very pleasant. It doesn't smell fragrancy like a flower per se, you know, like a fresh rose, but it does have a nice smell. And I really don't know what else to show you on this. I could just peel back these little leaves, as you see here. Okay, you can see inside the flower what's in there. It looks like either pollen or the female part, the anthers or something like that. But generally what you would do with these is you would grind these up, okay, and you would make a powder out of it, and you'd make tea bags with it. Or you could put these in whole when you're brewing your beer. You can just basically throw them in the beer, because you're pretty much going to filter out your beer anyway, your mash as we would call it, and you're going to filter that all out. You just want to get the flavor of the hops into the beer. So you can do that. I don't know too much about the other uses for this. I grow this generally because I do brew beer. I haven't made beer in a few years, but I do have all the equipment to make it, and I may do beer fermentation videos in the future. I'll show you some of the methods I use to ferment beer. I also use a natural fermentation process to brew beer, which isn't always the best because it can foul very easily. It's not like wine or anything like that, but beer can definitely foul very easily, very quickly. I can just show you some videos on how to actually brew your own beer. It's very easy. And how to flavor it with hops, natural hops that you grow. You can always buy hops to make beer, and they usually come in compressed pellets and things like that, but you can do it naturally with this. And you can, as far as like the malts and stuff like that go, I've done malt already, and it's a very extraneous process. I'd rather just buy my malt in the can that I want. It's done for me. You can do it. It's just a lot of work. I don't know if you guys would really want me to do a video on how to make malt, though. Malt is used for more than just beer. You can use it to make drinks. Like, you ever have like carnations malt with your milk when you were younger? You can make them malt drinks. You can malt your ice creams when you're making your ice creams, things like that. Just so you guys know, like, the men and women, I guess, would be kind of concerned on this. Just so you know that hops is a estrogen mimicker, and what that tends to do in men is it doesn't necessarily make you feminine, but it does cause certain things to a man that's not necessarily always something you would want to happen to your body. So the more beer you drink, the more of that man's beer body type shape you're going to get. You know, the beer gut, the man boobs, and all that kind of stuff. That is partly due to the hops that are used, because they are an estrogen mimicker. So keep that in mind. Ladies could probably use this for estrogen, you know, issues with that kind of stuff. But again, it's a mimicker. It's not the actual estrogen. It doesn't necessarily mean that using this is going to increase your estrogen. It could even offset your estrogen levels. by making your body think that you have the estrogen you need when you don't, because the mimicker replaces it. Be real careful with that kind of a thing. You might want to do your research on that. I don't drink a whole lot of beer anymore these days because of those reasons, but hops is a very desirable flavor in most beers. Okay, so I hope I kind of covered most of what I wanted to talk about with this, and I will see you on the next one.